Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we're going to be talking about Ripple and XRP. But before we fully jump on into this video, I just want to ask for all those XRP holders out there, how has your day or night been? Comment down below. Also hit that like button if you guys haven't already. And I do ask for all those that are not subscribed to the channel, by the end of this video, if you guys did learn something new, maybe you found the content interesting, whatever the case may be, definitely consider hitting that subscribe button and turning notifications on to never miss a future update. But with all of that in mind, let's dive in to this tweet here. So this is from Crypto Bull 2020, and no hate towards anybody, but I just want you guys to understand that charts like this are the reason why most individuals get wrecked in this space. This has 181.8k views. And I want you guys to notice something. Look at how many likes, look at how many retweets this has. This individual has currently 140.5k followers. What I want to address with this is it's not so much about the price here that matters. It's the overall way of getting to that price. This entire chart is formulated off of a past move, meaning they took the same move from 2017, 2018 and overlaid it here. Show me a chart that has perfectly repeated the same pattern. Yes, we do get a pump. Yes, we usually get it around the same time frame because we follow a pattern, a market pattern. But I want you guys to understand that as we focus on this, you need to have your own conviction, you need to have your own exit plan, and you need to know what the actual value of these assets are. Because as we look at these charts, it's very easy to get emotionally attached to a specific target. This is why my XRP exit plan, which I did outline over on Patreon, if you guys do want to go check that out, you guys are more than welcome to go check it out in the description below, as well as in the comments below, is a perfect de-risking scenario where I am fully de-risked on my XRP investment. And yes, I also have a bag of XRP that I will never sell, but please just be cautious about these charts that you see over on Twitter because most of them will get you wrecked. Now, with that in mind, I do want to talk to you guys a little bit about what's happening around the world of crypto. So here we have the prevailing activities in institutional DeFi. This is from Blockworks. Now, I want you guys to understand that as we do look at a few things around crypto, we are starting to see institutional grade adoption happening slowly but surely, and we have a ton of institutional grade use cases in the DeFi space. For an example, as we do see a few things, we have decentralized yield generating services around like DeFi protocols and stuff like that. There is so much happening here within crypto around DeFi, and it's only a matter of time before we start to see the big names jumping into the space. Most of them already are through permissioned blockchains like Corda and Quorum. We also have like Hyperledger Fabric, Hyperledger Basu. Mainly that's Hyperledger itself, but then we also have Ethereum. We have a private ledger basis of Ethereum that a lot of major enterprises love to use. I love Zinfin here. Zinfin is a big one that we've talked about quite a bit. We also see Ripple down here. And yeah, I mean, there's a ton of major players within the DeFi space around institutional grade adoption. The landscape is very vast and large. And as I said, this is only going to continue to grow and grow and grow. The future of the internet, Web 3.0 is coming, and it's going to be happening at a very, very rapid pace. And I do believe that Web 3 will also skyrocket and overshadow what Web 2 was. I honestly believe that the future crypto market is going to be a $100 trillion asset class, and a lot of people, continue to doubt that, but I'm telling you guys, watch how fast things really start to move within the next, give or take, 5 to 7 years. In the next 2 to 3, we're going to see some big changes, but in the next 5 to 7, just wait and see what happens. And also over here, we do see a Bitcoin Maxi account, of course, making some sort of case for Bitcoin adoption. I don't even know why. But we do see the Central Bank of Nigeria is pushing for a wider CBDC adoption by limiting ATM cash withdrawals and also changing banknotes for lower denomination ones. As a result, demand for Bitcoin is skyrocketing. I would argue that demand for crypto is skyrocketing, not just Bitcoin, and price reached a 40% premium. Now, honestly, this is just a result of which we've actually talked about this. You know, is it spot buying? Is there quite a bit of spot buying happening for Bitcoin? No, meaning a lot of people aren't actually investing into Bitcoin. Most of it is futures trading. But hey, make the case however you will. This is a Bitcoin Maxi account. We do see Nigerians don't want CBDCs; they want Bitcoin. I would argue that they want crypto itself, not just Bitcoin. But around CBDCs, yeah, this is concerning. We're actually starting to see cash itself being limited most of the time in some nations around the world where they are pro CBDC. This is a little bit concerning. And also, when we talk about CBDCs and we're talking about the next evolution of finance and payments and things like that, I do put a big spotlight on DLTs that will support CBDCs and also become a major player within that. But I also say that I don't like a wholesale CBDC or a retail CBDC. I support a wholesale CBDC, which is centered on just central banks themselves. If we can get a society built around wholesale CBDCs, with retail still having the option of utilizing a decentralized, fully decentralized stablecoin, I would 100% be all for that. But we have to wait and see what really happens around this and really kind of just see what is going on with CBDCs when they do start to test them and start to really kind of launch them. Now over here we do see from Riz XRP. Now I seen this tweet earlier and I was like, okay, yeah, I'm very bullish on almost every single one of these statements, and it really kind of leads me to the next video that I'm going to be playing on this video, which is from David Schwartz, which you've probably seen it before. But we do see the train has left the station. Rosie Rios, transparency is our friend. Brad Garlinghouse, we're here to make a dent in the universe. Naveen Gupta, it can't be cheap. David Schwartz, Universal Ledger Intergalactic Currency. Greg Kidd. Now, I will say all of these statements is incredible. But when we take a look at this video from David Schwartz, my thought process around what XRP will become is going to be something very, very interesting. So we do see here, dear Honor Torres, we the people, 76,000 XRP holders and global financial business, wait on your Ripple versus SEC decision. Transparency is our friend, XRP. Oh, just 1 second. I just noticed that my mic was muted for game. Here you guys have it. Sorry about that.
We have the technology to allow every financial institution on the planet to settle with every other financial institution in a compatible jurisdiction in any asset in seconds for less than a penny. Just think about this. Anyone who's made a payment knows that we're nowhere near that today. But imagine every financial institution settling with every other financial institution in seconds for less than a penny, any asset. That's fundamentally transformative. We have the technology to do it. Now we just need to figure out how to drive the adoption. And of course, there's all the challenges with there's incumbents, there's regulation, there's inertia. You know, there's the there's big players who are really trying to defend. You know, if you're one of the largest banks in the world, you want to push pause or stop on technology. Because you're in the lead. So of course, like you say you love technology, but obviously you wish you could stop it. So we have the tech.
And also the ending there is also very insightful as well on why XRP is even, being stifled with this SEC lawsuit against Ripple because, again, you have these huge players, these big players around the traditional market that are trying to stop, this technology. And it's for good measure. I mean, like, listen, they want to protect their dominancy around the financial markets. But hey, things will continue to move fast, and I do think that this entire case decision is a historical one. We've talked about this. I do think that this decision will lead to mass adoption. I also think that the the next stage from this case being completely finished is going to be widespread adoption of XRP. Now, I also want to take you guys to this video. So this video is 4 minutes and 16 seconds long. I'm not gonna let you. I'm not gonna make you guys sit through this entire video. If you guys do want to go check it out, you guys are more than welcome to go check out Digital Asset Buy over on Twitter. He posted this, but the statement here to me is very interesting. There are only two companies in my lifetime that I'm aware of that had a stated goal of creating a global reserve currency. One, PayPal, their VCs altered the path, and two, Ripple. This is once in a lifetime stuff. XRP, to quote the movie Jerry Maguire, they had me at global reserve. Now, yeah, I do think that XRP could become a global reserve currency. When we go back in time to 2017, so 2017 was a very, very interesting time around this market. We did not get extremely rich. I did not have a ton of capital on the sidelines being able to invest during 2017, sadly. But hey, it is what it is, right? I was young at the time, didn't have a ton of capital. I wasn't making massive amounts of money or anything like that in order to have residual income to, sorry, not residual income, just like, income on the sidelines in order to invest. So again, it was a rough time. But nonetheless, during this time, I still had strong conviction in what XRP was doing because I was reading everything that I could possibly read around XRP, around blockchain technology, around crypto technology, around DLT, because I seen such a bright future around this. I was already involved in the space since like 2014 around CS:GO trading and things like that with Bitcoin and I just wanted to read so much more about it because I thought it was so interesting on how these market cycles were working and how the technology was working. I seen such a visionary path to this technology, and this is an article that stuck with me for so long. We do see Ripple Consensus Ledger can sustain 1,000 transactions per second. Now, in this. This is 2016 that they are quoting here. It was an important year for Ripple. Banks were added to our growing network. We completed a successful Series B investment round and formed the Global Payment Steering Group. Underlying all those milestones was the Ripple Consensus Ledger, RCL, which runs 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and recently celebrated its fourth birthday on February 17th, 2017. In 2016 alone, it closed over 8 million ledgers, processing more than 225 million transactions, and handling more than $1 billion in payment volume throughout the year. Now, down here, this is where things get a little bit interesting. For even higher throughput transactions, we recently introduced XRP payment channels, which allow for zero latency XRP payments. Although payment channels achieve practically infinite scalability by decoupling payment from settlement, they do so without incurring the risk typically associated with delayed settlement. Throughout 2016, the network received upgrades that seamlessly enabled new functionality and significantly improved performance. Fast ledger close times have been the hallmark of RCL since its inception, and those were further improved last year. Ledgers now close on average every 3.5 seconds, a full 20% faster than they did a year ago. Then, down here is something very interesting. With 2017 now well underway, we remain hard at work focused on adding exciting new features to the RCL and further improving the performance, stability, and quality of the Rippled open source codebase. Most importantly, we remain more committed than ever to the simple goal of making XRP the world's reserve digital currency. This is Ripple's end goal. Do you believe that they will achieve it? Comment down below. I'd love to hear from you guys. In my opinion, as we look at XRP and we focus on the power and the potential behind it, I strongly believe that XRP could leapfrog many, many years into the future around the traditional system. Don't believe me? Well, believe this article over here. Shout out to 801 underscore XRP. We do see a systemic hegemonic currency, a stablecoin backed by a basket of deposits at different central banks for cross-border payments, serving a function similar to that offered in the private sector, for example, by Ripple, whose digital currency is XRP, coordinating the introduction of global official sector stablecoins. Again, I love stablecoins. I think that they could be much, much more beneficial than a CBDC. But we do see down here that there could be systemic hegemonic currency that could dampen the spillover shocks associated with the dominance of the US dollar as a reserve currency, which we're already seeing the US dollar being questioned around a reserve currency. A systemic hegemonic currency could, for example, be a stablecoin backed by a basket of deposits at different central banks. It is possible for such a stablecoin could be valuable for cross-border payment serving blah, 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 which we just read up in the top. But then down here, we do see Ripple, a real-time gross settlement system, currency exchange, and remittance network whose digital currency XRP leapfrogs slow and expensive correspondent banking. I want you guys to understand this because this is where things change. As we focus on what Ripple is doing and we focus on all of the partnerships that they already have in the customers tab, and we look at all of the major banks, all of the major financial institutions that are leveraging Ripple technology already right now, now is one of the best times to be in this market, to research, to understand, to really grasp everything that is happening around the entire global system. We are seeing the rise of the new system before our eyes, and we are going to see a new reserve currency being really just launched. I don't know if it's going to launch. I don't know if it's already in place. I don't know what's going to happen with this, but in my opinion, I don't think that we will see a reserve currency. I think that this is going to most likely be the event that leads to the end of a reserve currency itself. And what we will have is either CBDCs or stablecoins, banking stablecoins, which would most likely be beneficial for the retail individual that is concerned about CBDCs and if they can be controlled and really kind of targeting citizens and their privacy. So whatever we get, stablecoin, CBDC does not matter. What we will see is reserve currency completely gone, and we'll have all of these different currencies for all these different nations, and what we will need instead of a reserve currency is a global bridge currency. This is a little bit different than what Ripple was targeting in terms of like their end goal over here, as like XRP being the reserve digital currency. But if XRP becomes that global bridge currency between all those CBDCs, all those stable coins, whatever whatever kind of fiat or value we have, because again, XRP does not matter. Any two valuable things could be atomic settled through XRP, because atomic settlement is the biggest key component to all of the success with XRP. Then XRP would essentially be that bridge currency between all of those values, all of those transactions, everything, right? And if that's the case, then yeah, XRP could 100% be the world's reserve bridge digital currency, which would be huge. And I think that this could very well happen. But if it doesn't, if XRP isn't the global bridge currency, then does XRP still gain a ton of value? Does XRP still have a very, very large use case advantage? 100%. 100%. The value behind XRP, I always like to go off of what we know. What we know is XRP is going after that $156 trillion market, and just 1%, 5%, 10% of that market would change the value of XRP drastically. We just recently talked about in a video talking about price multipliers. With that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on because of more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As always, up to you all. Have a beautiful day, beautiful night, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. This has been Nick. Peace out, guys.